Yeah, I was, based on the thing actually. What order do we go? Coach award. I think coaches most improved. If you want to do most improved first, or whatever narrative you got. Yeah. Who wants to help who?
I can help whoever.
So like we would be holding phone. So he's up there at the first. Yeah, actually I like that. I like that. Because Will's got two in a row, so I would just help him twice in a row. That's fine. I'll just hold those. Okay. I like that.
What happened to t-shirt?
Bro, what?
Like it or
Are you serious?
Alright.
Alright, Joe. Alright, Joe. Joe's great.
Yeah.
Kept having to go to Jamie and
Bro literally walked in. I thought he was an eighth grader. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was an eighth grade
So
kid with my eyes shut. 6 o'clock, Joe. What are we doing?
Granted, everyone's not seeing it.
Yo, St. Raymond's last night. Oh yeah. Anybody know how to actually say X's last name? LaCroix. Please don't mess with me because I thought it was LaCroix. He just looked at you. It's spelled like LaCroix. Hey, we're waiting on you, man.
There's kids filing back from Dynamo. Kids filing from the Dynamo over here.
That's true. We can give it an extra 5 minutes.
4 minutes. Good to go, yeah.
Joe, ask around. He says LaCroix. X's last name is LaCroix? LaCroix. Alright, remember. Hey, same thing. I've been in the 2 years. I don't know how to say his last name.
I'm tall, so.
We can do that.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Thank you all for coming this evening to support our basketball program for the 2025 Basketball Honors. I'm excited to see all familiar faces, and I'm excited to see parents that I haven't seen in a while. I want to start by saying thank you very much for all the support that you guys have given us through this season. What makes it unique in the basketball season as a former player and a coach for a few years now is the ups and downs, and it's the people that support us through the season that makes it a special season. So this is a special season for me and our coaches here. We appreciate all the parents for trusting us with the kids. We appreciate you guys raising great young men that makes our job so easy on a daily basis. So I want to start by saying thank you, parents, for all the support. We appreciate you guys. Next, I want to thank the head of school, which is sitting to my left. Mr. Hoffman has supported our program in every way possible by giving us the best academic staff to help our kids in the classroom. We have a great athletic team that help our team off the basketball court. When they have injuries, we have a great support staff. So thank you, Mr. Hoffman, for all the support. Before we start today, I told all the coaches they will sit up here with me because they meant a lot to our program, and I want to take a time to appreciate all the coaches. I know everybody knows it was a tough season this year with the whole transition that happened here. But these coaches here, I appreciate you. I appreciate them a lot because thank you. Yeah, so these coaches, we call on them. We work as a team. They had to work tirelessly and take extra responsibility. Nobody complained. We jumped in together, and to me, that's what makes this season so successful for me. We didn't quit. We finished the season the right way. At this moment, I don't want to talk too much. I want to give the moment to our coaches to start presenting the awards this evening. But once again, thank you all for coming. And deep inside me, I appreciate everybody from the coaches to the athletes. Let's enjoy this evening. It's a special evening for our young student athletes here. So thank you once again for coming. At this moment, I will call Coach Caleb, and he will come up and present the awards for the middle school.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Caleb Smith. I am a first-year CBD coach here at Montverde Academy, and I had the pleasure of being the head coach of the middle school team for this 2024-2025 team. I only have a few short remarks about middle school because I think as I introduce our award winners for tonight, you'll learn a lot about them by how they react to who won the awards and just by how they treat each other. Middle school is kind of the foundation of the CBD. These are kids who are coming in who are getting the full experience at Montverde. They're playing CBD full-time, but many of them, like I said, excel in their other classes and have other extracurriculars that they take care of, that they do an excellent job at. But I think especially this year, this was one of our most tight-knit groups. There's 17 of them, so I'm not gonna call them all out by name, but they know who they are. And so yeah, coming into a practice where I have to pay attention to 17 kids, right, and cater to the needs of every individual, it's difficult at times, but it's rewarding in seeing, how much they've grown over a short time and seeing that, half of the team is 8th graders, the other half is not, and so half of my team will be on to a new level, high school basketball next year. And so when I came in, I had one objective, honestly, with middle school, and I just wanted them to play smart basketball. I mean, of course, winning is important, and it's expected here at Montverde. But more than anything, I wanted them to learn to play in a way that they can repeat, to learn how to be efficient with the way that they pass, the way that they move, and most of all, to have fun. I believe basketball is fun when it's played tactically and strategically. All right, so I'm starting off with the first award of the night, which will be the Coaches Award. This player came in and I recognized that he was someone who could already think the game at a very young age, which is very rare. And so my motto to him was use your superpowers for good, because as we know, when you have someone who's skilled with the ball in their hands, sometimes they can get a little bit too creative and a little bit too chaotic. But he found a way to reel it in, and he was a key piece of our team. So this year, our Coaches Award is going to Mr. Joshua Joseph. Come on up here, Josh. All right, moving on to the Most Improved Award, which was definitely the toughest one to choose. When I sat down and thought about this, I really had to go, like I said, I have 17 players on my team, right, 6th grade through 8th grade. And what I really went is, how did they walk into the gym, and then how they leave the gym after their last game. And so with that, the player that I chose is the youngest player in our program, but one person that when you see him on the court, you know that he's a leader and you know that he's different. I'll be real, point guard is the hardest position to teach and it's the hardest position to play. And so the fact that the CBD program could be blessed with such a talented and amazing young point guard, hopefully will be leading our varsity gold team or possibly even our national team in the future is a great thing. So with that being said, Most Improved goes to Mr. Tierno Diallo. All right, and last but certainly not least is our MVP award, our Eagle Award. Like I said, I think this one goes without showing. When you have someone who shows up and they're already pretty good, but they go to being great, I think that is a testament to their work ethic. I think it's a testament to the way that they're raised. And I think it's a testament, honestly, to, like I said, the culture of greatness that we have here in Montverde. And so I say especially for this young man, because he is an international student coming all the way, I couldn't imagine going to school from across the world, but the way that he shows up every day, the way that he plays with joy and tenacity on the court, I think the option was pretty clear. And so the last award, our Eagle Award, I didn't see him here, I hope he's here, is Mr. Quinn Dwan. Yep. I think he's sick today. All right. Yep. So I know Quinnen is not here today. However, that wraps it up for the middle school award. So one more round of applause for our middle school team.
Hope everyone's doing well. James Navilan's here, coach of the freshman team. Great appreciation for my team, how they grew over the year. Again, like you're entering your freshman year. It's all about development and getting better every single day. I think, again, you can look at points in the season, and if that's your measure of improvement, I don't think that's not what this setup is. It's really holistic development from August to now, and I really believe if we play games from today in comparison to the season, we would be way better today than we were, when we finished in February. And I think that's the main objective of what this is about and what we're trying to do here. It's all about constant improvement and development, really on the court, but also even, not in terms of off the court necessarily, but just a behavior, just a way in which you go about your business. I talk about that all the time with our team, and I think we've seen progress of that. Will they drive me crazy here and there? No, they know it, no doubt about it. But I think they've really grown individually and collectively throughout the year. So it's been a good year with those guys, and I appreciate their patience with me, and I provided patience with them as well. Let's just get this right to it. Coach's Award. So when I view it as a Coach's Award, it's just, again, a person that's consistent, accountable to who they are, being the person that can show up every day and be that standard that we're looking for in behavior and improvement and on the court. And I think all those factors this person met every single day. You can come to the stage, Josiah King Howard. Most improved. Again, this is a difficult one because that's the objective of what we're doing. So, everyone has improved from August to May. Otherwise, again, I'm not doing my job if that does not happen. So improvement has definitely been there across the board. I would say this person, though, has improved from really two pieces that I, have noticed. Again, effort and consistency of motor. I think that definitely took a page and really flipped to the next level. And the ability to shoot, I would say, arguably, he might be the best shooter in our gym, as of this very moment. So I'm proud of his growth and development, and that's really what this is all about. Emily Valencia. You're not here? You're not in the building? Our Eagle Award, otherwise known as the MVP. Again, consistency. I'm going to talk about that a lot. It's, can you bring it every day? Can you be that person that sets a standard for a team and obviously impact winning, impact all the things that matter in a program and a team. And I think this person defined those characteristics as well as anybody else. And I'm super proud of, again, his growth and leadership throughout the entire season. And our Eagle Award winner is Owen Magnuson. And the next coach coming up with JV Purple is Coach Will Rodriguez.
Good evening, everyone. Just want to start off by it's been a pleasure being a part of CBD. It's my first year. I had the ability to be the head coach for the JV Purple team, which was an absolute honor. Those guys have become like younger brothers of mine. I definitely was hard on them from time to time, but once again, just like Coach Caleb, I ended up with 17 players, which is a taxing in itself for all you parents. I know you guys have 1, 2, 3, or 4 kids. Having 17 of them with you for 2.5 hours or on the road can be a bit of a headache, but I had a group of great kids. So it was just an absolute honor to see them develop on and off the court, which is one of the things we discussed in the beginning. My ultimate goal as a coach is always to be a man-fearing God, and to just pour in the word to these young men on and off the court, just building quality young men on and off the court through the game of basketball and through the word. So, I have JV Purple and JV Gold to go, so I won't keep you for too long. But for our Coaches Award, this person in particular, hold on, I have 2 teams. This person in particular, you guys probably already know, okay? This is a young man that's well-mannered on and off the court, doesn't talk back, doesn't give me any lip. Just a great person to be around. He's going to have a great future as a human being and a businessman and things of that nature. None other than Sam Knight. Yeah, Sam also grew throughout the season. That was another thing that was pretty odd. As far as my most improved, this young man actually I thought I was going to have a bit of trouble with in the beginning. Just very strong-minded, very individualized, but over time he learned how to take that and put it towards his game, became extremely coachable. To go against what Coach James said, I think he's top 3 shooter in the room, but none other than my boy Sebastian Janessin. All right, and our final award, this was, believe it or not, if you go 13 games, 14 games into our season, it was a no-brainer. I had a conversation with this young man, just letting him know, like, overall, I wanted to look at the full season, look who was in it throughout the entire season. Originally, it was a very close call. Originally, it would have been Mr. Grant, but obviously Grant suffered an injury, and we honestly, he was a tremendous aspect of our team, and I don't want it to go unheard or unseen. He definitely pushed our guys, even though they found him annoying from time to time. But another young man picked up the team, put it on his shoulders. He's known as the left-hand assassin, but slowly that right hand is coming in. Aiden Musgrove. All right, and then obviously I would be doing JV Gold. I got JV Gold probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. As we all know, that is a very talented group, very talented young men on that team, very also strong-minded young men on that team. But we've learned to come together, learn to get better. They've taken coaching much better in that sense, and we've actually grown in the couple months that we've been together. So from a coach's award standpoint, this young man, I don't even think I've heard him say a word yet, but he is the most disciplined, the hardest worker, and the most progressive throughout the year. Alex Frederick.
Hey, you're a basketball player. You got to just broad jump. You just got to box it the whole way up.
All right, most improved. This young man, this is just me. Kind of put myself out there. Whenever we would play JV Gold, this is the young man I used to go after. This is the young man that I would say blitz him, attack him in every way, shape, or form. And slowly it's turned into he's a lethal weapon, a secret assassin, as you would say, Mr. Raymond. And the last one, the Eagle Award. Honestly, this young man shouldn't even be getting it for JV Gold. I personally believe he should have been a varsity player from the beginning, but he's proven that when he got moved up towards the end. Coachable, respectful, tenacious, skilled. Yassine Razivi. Thank you all for your time. I would like to introduce Varsity Whites coach, Coach Chris Spears.
Evening, everybody. I just want to say how much of a privilege it was to coach this varsity white team. Had a lot more guys than I was used to on this team at 13, and kind of towards the beginning of the season was the only thing I was going to have a rotation of 7 to try and hope to win 10, 11 games, everything like that. And by the end of the season, I'm looking at 12, 13 down the line, wondering how am I going to get this guy in and how the heck am I going to get him out of the game? All right, and we ended up winning 14 games, winning season, a huge success. I think the real defining moment of the season came down to when we played PSA, a team from Canada. Had a couple post-grads on that team. A real test for us. We played a few cupcakes, we'll say, here and there during the season. We were either winning by 40 or losing by 5 or 10, but that was our real first test of a winnable game. And what I saw from that team was we had talked early on in the season about the type of team we want to be and what type of chemistry we want to build. And the thing I kept preaching our guys was 13 on 5. We had 13 guys on our team, and the guys on the bench, I can only play 5 at a time. The basketball rules, there's only 32 minutes in the game. I can only divvy out as many minutes as possible while still kind of getting a flow of the game. But the way that we need to be on our bench makes the other team feel like it's 13 versus 5. And in that game, towards the end of the game, I want to say we were down 4 or 5 going into the fourth quarter, and it felt like all 8 guys from the bench were playing at that same point. We had some bench guys that I'll talk about later on when we get into the awards that really showed up in that fourth quarter, and I couldn't even take out of the game at certain points. So I'm proud of this team. If there were 13 awards, I would give them to all of you. I'm definitely not the dad that's like, oh, everybody gets a participation award. This is a legitimate statement that every single one of these kids, I feel like deserve an award. So as we get into the awards, if you don't get one, please don't take that as a slight against you guys. I personally believe that I could find something for every single one of you, and I hope that you continue to grow in your basketball game moving forward. So getting into the awards, my coaches won. This is one of my favorites. I tend to think of this as another coach out on the floor. Even though this kid probably didn't play as many minutes as he would like to, we had a game where he didn't play at all, and I was really regretting it towards the end of the game because we lost. And him and another player, who I also could give this award to as well, came to me afterwards and said, "Coach, if you can't play me, if you can find guys that are going to be in the game that can win the game for you, like, don't put me in." And that's a huge statement for an individual and shows his growth as a senior and everything. So this coach's award goes to Eli Zidi. And I hope you can tell from the reaction how popular that kid is with his teammates and his classmates and everything. So an amazing, amazing guy. Most improved, again, I could go down the list with this whole team. But one of these players, I said to him at the beginning of the season, like, first couple practices, I'm thinking I'm only going to rotate 7. I might have to find a way to find out how to bench 6 guys and keep everybody happy. But one of these guys came in, he was referred to as a practice shooter. And by the end of the season, I couldn't take the kid out of the game because he was hitting 5 to 6 threes a game for us. All right, we went from a team that could barely shoot at all to, I think, having a game where we hit 16 threes in one game. I want to see he had 6 of them. Most improved, Lorenzo Ricci. Don't forget the award. I ain't holding it. For the last award, the Eagle Award, again, it came down to a tough choice. We had a great dynamic duo, point guard and a forward for us that led our team in scoring. I came down to choosing this individual because towards the end of the season, I told a couple of the coaches if we didn't end up getting him, we ended up getting him partway towards the beginning of the season. I think we may have already played 1 or 2 games or came in close to when those games started. But we had a few games where we're not winning the game without this player on the floor. Dropped 35 points one game, 35 and 13. Became a kid you can't take off the floor and everything. Just a hard worker, pushes himself every day, pushes his teammates. Eagle Award, Lucas Prestafilippo. All right, to go through Varsity Purple, I'd like to welcome Coach Shay Feehan.
How we doing? Coach Shay Feehan. It's my 3rd year here at Montverde. First of all, I just want to give a thanks to administrators, athletic administrators, athletic trainers, our coaching staff, and of course parents. You know, without that, it'd be tough to make this all special. So Varsity Purple this year, we're 13-9. I thought it was a really good season for us. It was a really tough schedule. Came in. The one thing about this team, they didn't really know their roles at first. You know, kind of everybody wanted to be the guy, everybody wanted to be doing this, shooting all the shots, have the ball in their hands. And I think the main thing with this group is we really sacrificed. And towards the end of the year, guys really understood their role and how they could, you know, make an impact for the team. And that was really special. And, you know, the 2 things I go by in coaching are I'm not going to coach attitude or effort. And I never had a problem with that with, you know, 1 to 13 on the team. So that was always really cool to see. And another thing, I would always see this team outside of the basketball gym around campus, hanging out with each other. They really love spending time with each other, so that was always really special. All right. So first off, we got the Coaches Award, and just like all the other coaches said, I mean, you want to give awards to everybody, and I really do truly feel like some guys are going to get snubbed on this award because, I mean, some of these kids, I've been here 3 years, I've seen them in the program for 3 years, got great relationships with all of them, so it's been hard to kind of single one guy out. But this kid, he came to work, and I would always talk about being an EDG, an everyday guy. And this guy did that on both ends of the floor, in the classroom, off the court, never had a problem. Just exemplifies what this is, the Coaches Award, and that's going to go to Jeremiah Gordon. Next up is the Most Improved Award, and just like all the other coaches said, a lot of guys improved. I mean, especially for me, seeing these guys for 3 years, it's night and day where they got. It was this kid's first year in CBD, and right away, I mean, I could see that his competitiveness was off the charts. He was tenacious defensively, offensively, he was really aggressive. Everything you kind of want in a player as a coach, as a coach's dream. But I mean, I kid you not, the improvement he made, especially in his jump shot. I mean, I'm a shooting nut, so I see all of it, and I've never seen in my 10 years of coaching an improvement in a shooting ability the way that he has. And now it was like early in the year when we played pickup, everybody's leaving this guy open from three, and he's still shooting, and now it's like if he shoots and he's open, it's going in the cup. So Most Improved, Malik Farron. All right, and last and not least, our Eagle Award. So this player, I mean, me and him really butted heads. I mean, he really tried me some days, and we pushed each other to be great. And I want to give a special thanks to his mom too. She really kind of, she let me coach him, which a lot of times in today's world that's not the case. And I was able to be really hard on him. And I think one of the biggest growth steps that our team took was seeing that, I can be hard on our best player, and kind of everybody else fell in line with that. So he became a huge leader throughout the end of the year, and scouting reports for the other team was always to stop him, and I think he did a really good job of staying level-headed, staying cool, really matured. I mean, his maturation throughout the whole season was something to really see, and so the Eagle Award, Dylan Layton. And now I'm going to give the microphone to Coach Joe Katuka with the national team.
Oh, what's the big one?
Sorry, varsity gold. Excuse me. Sorry, gold.
All right. And I'm back again to talk about, I think, my favorite group in CBD, our varsity gold team. Now, like I said, there's not enough that can be said about this season. 34-6 record, Christmas tournament champions, postseason tournament champions, Hoop Hall, Metro Classic, right? And I think the most important thing is that we got 4 or 5 guys that'll either play post-grad or play in college, which is an absolute honor as a coach to see, your players go play at the next level. Like I said, an extremely trying schedule. When we came together with this team, I mean, my first reaction was like, I think we're good. I didn't think that we were great, I'll be honest. But I think that the way that these guys showed up, especially our seniors, throughout the year, just proving themselves time and time again, something that their head coach preached is being the toughest team. And I think, throughout the year, the way that they grew mentally, the way that they grew physically, in terms of the way they hit the weight room, right, making shots, getting more skilled and just getting smarter at the game, I think it speaks to what we want, from all of our teams here at Montverde. All right, beginning with the Coaches Award, this young man fought through a couple injuries, actually. Sat out for a little bit, came back ready to rock, right? One guy that we say is our defensive ace. Anyone who's good on the perimeter, this guy's guarding them, right? Going hard, making threes, hustling, causing problems for everybody. So our Coaches Award goes to Mr. Steven Paczynski. All right, moving on to Most Improved. I think the first time that I saw, him play, I kind of laughed because he's my height, and I was like, I wish I could have had this freedom in high school. But we're talking about a guy, like I said, absolute knockdown shooter, someone who plays with extreme confidence, and honestly, someone who got coached hard. I'm going to be real. His head coach was very hard on him, and he took it with a smile. Like you said, he understood, like you said, if you want to play at the next level, that's what you have to accept. And so beyond giving him this award, I think it is very appropriate that we honor Mr. Brad Michelle for being one of the guys playing in college next year. All right, and then last but not least, there's a common saying in coaching, sometimes you just need a little crazy on your team. You just need someone who is going to show up, and doesn't matter what gym they show up, they think that they are the best player. I'm very convinced that if we threw him in a workout with NBA players, he would still say that he's the best player. And he showed up and competed like that every night, fighting hard, making shots, rebounding, dunking on people, just running through brick walls for whatever we needed. And yeah, last year, it was a rough year for his country, but I think he got some get back for him. All right, our Eagle Award for Varsity Gold, none other than Mr. Alex Muncy. And like I said, last awards for the night are national, which will be presented by none other than Coach Joe Katuka.
Thank you, sir. All right, I'm back again. I don't know where to start with the varsity national team this year. First of all, I would say it's a privilege to be part of, coaching the guys that me, Coach Shay, Coach Chris, Coach Will, James, Caleb, everybody came together and coach. First of all, I can see them looking at me, they're smiling. You guys are a special group of guys. I appreciate you guys. Even though with the struggle that we went through the year, you guys came together. You guys embraced us as coaches and let us coach you guys, and we finished the season the right way. I'm proud to be part of the team. I'm proud to coach you guys, and I think all the 4 seniors now that are going to go to college and do a lot of great things. It's not going to surprise me because of the people and the persons that you guys are and the persons that I know you guys are going to end up being. You guys are going to be great basketball players, but most especially, you guys are going to be great young men in the future. So it's a privilege to coach you guys. For our Eagle Award, right away I would go is a guy that, with the type of talent that he has, and to be that coachable. For me, I play in this level, and I play here at Montverde too. It's impressive to say. He's a guy that no matter what you tell him to do, run through that door and break the door, he will do whatever you ask him to do. He's so talented. He's so overrated as a basketball player. Definitely, I'm looking forward to watching him in college, in Indiana, to go there and, make noise and make sure people know who you are, because that's who you are. You're going to be a special player in the future. So our Eagle Award will go to Trent Sicily. All right, next up, our most improved. This guy, every game you put him in there, he has an impact of winning, without putting the ball in the basket, which kind of baffled me. He changes shots, block shots, run the rim, just brings a special type of energy, to the team. He's a young man that I think he has a lot more, to showcase and to keep getting better as a basketball player, potential-wise, as long as he keep, getting better, being coachable, which he's been doing his best. This young man has a lot for people to see. For our most improved player that need to improve in his dressing for the evening, Hakeem Wims. So our coaches award, I'll go right to this young man. I watched him last summer, in a lot of games. I was excited for him to be part of our program. All our players, first of all, the parents were just so great, so he had a good support system. He needed to be in an environment like this to get him ready for the next level. Super coachable, Will said, Caleb said, and he mentioned 2 players here that they said they were the best shooters. I think he's the best shooter in the school, period. I think he has a lot more to show when he gets to college. He got way, way better with the short time that he has been here. He's moving without the ball better. He's shooting the ball with more confidence. You can see he's playing with a lot of more swag. I can't wait to see our Coaches Award winner, Hudson Greer, kill it in college. Let's go, Hudson.
appreciate that.
Please teach Hakeem how to dress.
I got you.
Our last award for this group, we got more awards coming. Yeah, he's smiling at me. When I traveled during the summer too to go see this young man, talking to people all around, and the first thing they say, he's a winner. I'm like, okay, you know, everybody you ask about this young man, they will tell you he's a winner. You know, he's not just a winner because people say he's a winner. He's a winner because he shows he's a winner. I believe them, you know, and I've seen it with my eyes. But when I believed it was when we went to Vegas. You know, the first preseason game of the year, we were down by, Shay, how many? 18. Yeah, we were down by like 18. This guy came down to the bench. I think it was maybe 5 or 6 minutes left in the game. It's a game that we can just throw the towel and say the game is over. This young man walked in the bench. This is real. I'm not making a story up. He's breathing so hard. He sat down, and then he lifted his head. He said, "We're gonna win this game." And I was like, "Okay." You know, this is a game that we, you know, if you tell everybody that watched the game, know that game was over. At that moment, I believe it. You know, I know that's who you are, Dante. But that gave me a lot of hope, and even me myself in life, not to give up in anything. A lot of people your age, even me, as older, I've been coaching for 11 years. I thought that game is out of hand, but the belief that he has, and you know, just that moment was just special for me to coach you, Dante. So our leadership award goes to Dante Allen, special young man. Next up, Coach Chris will come and present the Comeback Player Award.
I got it. Hello again. So this award kind of started from something I mentioned earlier when talking about Varsity White. Also, this is why I'm up here. It's an award for one of my Varsity White players. That this kid could have easily been our most improved, coming from where he started to the end of the season. But I kind of talked with Coach Joe and the rest of the coaches and felt like this deserves something different, and hopefully we can keep moving forward with. So we came up with the Comeback Player of the Year award because this individual over the summer, I knew a little bit about it, but just knew that he wasn't going to join us until later on. But he had a major medical procedure in, I think it was July. And knew he was going to be on our team, super psyched. Knew the kid last year when he was on JV Purple and had been around him. Great kid, great energy guy. Always got a smile on his face. Would have never known anything that he was going through or what was going on until learning about it. But so we finally get him. I think it was somewhere around September or a few weeks into the season, a few weeks into the school year. And then he was on a restriction, couldn't play so many minutes. Like, we got to watch out for these certain amount of things. So beginning of the season, didn't play the first couple of games. Got him into the game against Southeastern Prep because that game went a little sideways. So wanted to get him in, get him some run, get him comfortable, get him going and everything. And then you just saw, you hear the term a kid blossom. Like someone opens up and you see like something new in him. And that was, I'm not lying when I say almost every day I saw something new from the kid. Every day at practice was something eye-opening. Every game that we played coming into it was, man, I didn't see this before. Well, shoot, I was going to just play him 4 minutes, but let's see if we can play him 6, play him 8. And I mentioned still gets me choked up. I mentioned the PSA game because, like I said, we were going to that fourth quarter and we were in a tough spot. We were in a tough spot. Good, tough team, physical team. The whole team's behind us and everything, and he was in at that point in the fourth quarter, which I believe was the most minutes he had played at that point up to that point of the season period, and I couldn't take him out of the game. Team can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he ever came out of the game. And we ended up winning at just about the last second. We had a couple timeouts, so kind of messed with their team, got them to about 4 seconds to go. And I'll have to go back and check the film, but I want to say he contested the last shot, which they ended up missing, which sealed us the win. And it was kind of that point moving forward in the season. I had multiple coaches breaking down my non-existent door saying that this kid should be a starter. And you know what? They're probably not wrong. Okay, so, and again, we have a lot of kids that go through medical things that are hurt, that come back, and it's a great story and everything, but I really hope that this is something we have going forward. And this individual is somebody I consider very close to me. Talking with him every day, I hope that he continues to push and to continue to grow and everything moving forward, basketball in his life, and just continues to take this, and not just a comeback, but a just acceleration through the rest of his life. For the first annual Montverde Academy Comeback Award, Sebastian Xavier LaCroix.
Don't forget the award.
Real quick. Emmy, we saw you coming in late, but we still want to give you your recognition as being the most improved player. Real quick, I touched on two aspects. Again, I felt like your motor and energy got better throughout the season, and I pushed you to a different space in terms of that. And then shooting, I felt like among our freshmen, you arguably are the best freshman shooter that we have on our team. So I'm proud of your growth and development. Come on stage and get your award.
I'm too tall. All right. So I'm back again. So I started by saying, how appreciative I was with all our coaches that stood by me and stood by our program and went above and beyond to make this a successful season. At this time, this is a hard award to pass to a coach, but it's something that was a tradition that we have to do. So for this year, we're going to honor a coach of the year. It's a person that definitely, I think everybody has done above and beyond their responsibility on a daily basis to get the operation of the program going. But this guy was here taking other responsibility by staying here around 1, 2 a.m., I'm talking about night, breaking films, trying to help me with scout. And then the next day he's here helping practice. He's helping with different series of other responsibility that we want him to help us because we were shorthanded, with everything going on. Chris has done above and beyond, and I'm proud to say, Chris, you are the coach of the year for 2025.
No, speech.
I mean, I feel like I've talked enough today, but no. Did you say speech? No, I can move on. No, I appreciate it. I had a lot of help with the varsity stuff with Coach Shea, being at varsity practice the last couple of years and helping me kind of integrate into it. Coach James and Coach Caleb helped me with a lot of that film. If they didn't, it might have been 4 o'clock in the morning and different things like that. And obviously Coach Will was our varsity white assistant. And then Joe every day just mentoring and everything like that. So it's a product of everybody else. So thank you guys. At this time, we want to invite all the seniors of the program, varsity and CBD, up on stage so we can recognize you and have a picture for everybody. So everybody come on up. Mr. Hopman, if you want to come up as well.
There's a 50% chance of I piss myself. Well, I get a problem. What's up? You don't want to talk about get emotional. You need in front of my man. Coming down, squeeze in, guy.
Got anything to say? You want to say anything? All right. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you, parents, for coming this evening. We appreciate you guys and all the support. For me personally and all our coaches, we're excited for the next year. But most especially, we are excited for the future of our seniors. That's why I said I want the picture, because I want to be able to have a group, you know, because I know this group was so special and we went through a special season. That we can look a couple years ago, a couple years in the future, you know, to see, you know, maybe Zach Knight doing something special, or turn around, we have Brad, Alex, you know, Dante, all the seniors in this group. So this is a special group. Before we leave tonight, we have a little refreshment. Chris Pierce bought with his money. He bought some pizza for everybody. So thanks, Chris Pierce. I'm just joking. It wasn't Chris Pierce. It's Mr. Hoffman's money. All right. So thank you very much for coming. This is the end of the evening. Make sure everybody go tune in on ESPN and see where Cooper Flag is going. Thank you for coming.